what would you say, you shared right at the beginning about where your life was before discovering NLP. What would you say has been a significant change that you've noticed in yourself as you've gone through your NLP journey? I'm sure there's been different ones, but what are some ones that stand out for you? Either some changes or some ways that you looked at the world that maybe you've changed. What would you say has been some of your biggest changes in you since studying NLP and becoming a student of it?
Well, I'll tell you what, this is one physical change. This was me at that time back in my mid-30s, when things were really bad for me. This was me Christmas Day 2010, just moving back into my childhood bedroom. Bon Jovi CDs and No Fear Peace posters on the wall. Basically going back to what I thought was, giving everything up, going back to the beginning, go back to the start. And
we can't see it. Some people are saying they can't see it at the moment.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Let me see if
there.
Why that's
seem to have lost the Zoom. Hang on. Hopefully.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, we're back. Just try and share that again. I do want to see
yeah.
that. I think I've seen it myself, obviously, because those of you who don't know, Andy and I have been friends for a long time. But see if you can share it again.
Let me just try it again. Do the joyous thing of Zoom. No matter how many times you practice. Right.
See.
There you go. There.
Yeah. Wow.
So
how long ago was that? When was that photo taken?
13 years now. Yeah, okay. 13 years ago.
Wow.
This was me as I was at that time when I just starting to come out of my darkest times. My wife and I at the time had made the decision to split up. We had decided that, enough was enough. We should stop trying to kind of, drag this relationship along, and we weren't the right people for each other. And so I moved back home with my parents. And at that time when I moved back home, it was kind of like a life reset. I suddenly had more time to start to go, right, where's my life heading? What am I doing? What do I want from it? And when your life feels like it's got lots of stuff going, and happening at that moment in time, what can you start to control? And we talk about cause and effect in NLP, control what you can control and let go of what you can't at that moment. And so, you probably come across the life wheel as a coaching tool. It's a great one to work on. And so because it felt like lots of my areas of my life, apart from my work and my family, were basically gone or ruined, what can I do next? So I started paying attention to things like my health. So I lost 6.5 stone in weight, 32 kilos over 9 months.
Wow.
When I started paying some attention to my eating and my exercise and also recognizing what strategies work for me. I'm a group exerciser. I like everybody coming, come on, you're doing really well. I love that ethos of being part of a group, part of a tribe, part of a gang. That works really well for me when I'm going and doing classes. Yeah. For such a long time, I'd been trying to lose weight. We talk about these things called meta programs, kind of like motivational filters. But actually what I needed to do was start gaining health.
Of course.
Just simple switches in my head started to make a big difference. And so then started setting goals, 5K races, 10K races, and I even did a triathlon back in 2016.
This is really fascinating, and I knew that we'd end up branching off into things that weren't part of what I planned to talk about. But so what's really fascinating about what you've just shared, Andy, is I always say, coming from a fitness background, mum ran a gym for 20 years, I always say that the vast majority of the planet know what to do to achieve their physical goals. But most of the planet don't achieve their physical goals. One, because common sense isn't always common practice. And two, and I think this does come down to an NLP thing, but I'd love you to speak on it more as more of an expert than me. One of the things that I learned in NLP that was fascinating for me was really around associations and around the kind of the beliefs that I had around certain things, like the beliefs I had around health.
Yeah,
this is maybe what beliefs I have now, and how, people maybe that consider themselves to have not had the right money mindset, how that's changed through NLP because they've been able to change their neuro associations to what money as a word and the beliefs underneath it means. Could you speak to that a little bit in terms of, because it's amazing the physical change, but like what, for those people that may be sitting here going, yeah, I would want to make a health change, or there's an area where I've got some limiting beliefs, what are some things in NLP that you could speak to that you go, well, it was learning that in NLP that helped you shift your conscious or subconscious to make the change that then made you change your physical body? Because I'm guessing you'd probably tried or at some point with your health before, but there's some new understanding at a deeper level than just the conceptual level that changed for you to make the change and never go back. I'd love you